Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah Barakatah.
H.O.I.
To all my brothers and the sisters that keep the law and the faith.
Till the chariots fly.
On the highways, byways, pushing commandments to all of my people. In a place where they never were equal. And the people who run it are evil. Shooting us down in the street, poison the food that we eat, poison the water we drink, making it hard to think the devil is playing for keeps. They get the money and go, leaving us stuck on the bottom. Soon as they spot him, they got him. I tell you the devil is rotten. I know that them niggas is scheming and plotting. It won't be forgotten. Yahweh is watching. Soon as he give us the power, my nigga, you know that we getting it poppin'. Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah made my...
It's good for a man that he bear the yoke of his youth.
It's good for a man to bear the yoke in his youth, meaning, you know, like the scriptures say, that links up with Proverbs, where the Lord said, you use the young men for the strength and the elder men for the wisdom. Bear that yoke in your youth. You're supposed to get as much as you could get done in your younger years. Okay? Because you get older, you slow down, you learn lessons, things of that nature. Okay? All right, go ahead.
He sitteth alone and keepeth silent.
But that's it on that. Jump over to 4:17, Lamentations. Lamentations 4:17. False alarm?
No, we don't know.
Huh?
I was locked in.
Okay, good. Yeah, Lamentations 4:17. Read.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17.
Go ahead.
As for us, our eyes have as yet failed for our vain help.
It said our people's eyes have yet failed for their vain help. Joe Biden is vain help. Kamala Harris is vain help. Kamala Harris looked more confounded than when she was running for office. You know, she looking like we actually won. That's the look on her face. Right? She kind of looked confounded, like when she called Joe Biden, she was like, "Congratulations, we did it." We did it. She was looking confounded, like, "We really did?" You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. And the Illuminati just threw a monkey wrench in there. That's all. That's all they did. They probably said, "Trump, man, go sit down, man. Go make some more deals, man, and have a nice day, man. You served your purpose. Let's Sleepy Joe get in there, man. Let's make the people mad." That's all. The Illuminati just threw a monkey wrench in there. That's all. I really thought Trump was going to win again. I really thought Trump was, but they got something up their sleeve.
Yeah,
they got something up their sleeve.
Exactly.
Yeah. They just threw a monkey wrench in there, and it don't matter. Either way it go is all of the Most High. We read that earlier. The king's heart, Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. So it's all, at the end of the day, the Most High got it. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, they can do whatever, but it's interesting to me. And that's how we know, you know, everything is of the Most High, because he'll throw that surprise in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, I thought Trump had it, man. Kamala and Biden, they didn't have nobody at their rallies.
Yeah,
It was all dry. You know, Trump, I'm going to stay on that. You know, Trump was two-stepping. That man was YMCA two-stepping. That man looked like he had it. I was like, my man Trump. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, the Illuminati just threw a monkey wrench.
Yeah, that's what they done.
That's all they did. But it's going to be the same agenda. Because they giving it away. They both talking. They still talking the vaccine. So that's how you know it's the two horns on the same beat.
Exactly.
Bring it out, Rob Judah.
Well, you know what Tariq said? He said that when Negroes decide not to come out and vote, they said, okay, you ain't going to come out and vote. We're going to get you with the mail-in ballots. That's what Tariq had said. That basically they finessed this whole thing.
Finessed the
and
whole...
It's like the people didn't vote. They said, okay, you voted with the mail-in ballots. Because overnight, he had like almost 1 million mail-in ballot votes, Biden and stuff. And then
I heard, I was listening to Reed's broadcast.
Yeah.
He brought that out.
Yeah.
He was saying how Trump was winning, and it just flipped overnight.
They stopped it. They actually stopped the count in some states. And
and it flipped. You know what I'm saying? That's why Trump is like, hell no, we won't go. He got Giuliani on the lawsuits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He said Will Smith.
The man dug up Giuliani, man.
Yeah, he said Will Smith's father voted. He's been dead. He said Joel Lewis, he's been dead for 5 years. He voted.
What?
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what Giuliani said. Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, you know, this thing, either way, like I said, the Most High just allowed the Illuminati to throw a monkey wrench in there.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's why, you know, like I said, I tell brothers all the time in Israel in general, the Most High shows us that he's in control because he allowed the least expected to happen. You know, and listen, no race riot, no race war, They said, oh, if Biden win, the white supremacists going to start it. If Trump win, Black Lives Matter going to start it. And nothing, man.
They had a million mega march tonight. That's what I heard.
Million man mega march. Yeah, they was imitating Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam. Million man mega march, whatever the hell that is. You know what I'm saying? But read that, brother.
Now, in our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
And we watch for a nation that can save us. All right, the so-called white man in America cannot save us. Good.
They hunt our steps.
They do what?
They hunt our steps.
They hunt our steps, man. Brothers still getting shot by police. Still getting murdered and killed in the street. All right, come on.
That we cannot go in our streets.
And we can't go in our own streets. All right, you're a prisoner in your own community, your own neighborhood. Is Biden going to stop that? Hell no. You racially profiled. You shot in the back. All right, go ahead.
Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled.
Come on.
For our end is come.
That's it on that, right? So the Most High is letting us know, put our trust in Him, man, not in no mortal man. All right, so we're just gonna get I'm gonna show a few videos and show you how our people put their trust in this damn system, and it's not gonna help them. Before we show the first video, give me Revelation 13. And let me see what I want. I believe it's 10. Yeah, the first one, the Democratic Party. All right. Revelation 13 and 10. I think that's what it is. No, not that one. Revelation 13:11. Revelation 13:11. Check this out.
And I beheld, Salakia, Revelation chapter 13, verse 11.
Go ahead.
And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth.
Right, anybody know who this beast was that was coming up out of the earth? Don't yell out by a show of hands. Revelation 13:11. Read it again from the top.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth.
Go ahead.
And he had two horns like a lamb.
Who's this beast coming up out of the earth? Revelation the 13th chapter. John said, I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. Ada?
Is that the army?
No. Close but no lumps. Catalina?
All the nations, what, like Russia and...
No, that's not it. You think about something else.
Slovakia. Is that your Republican Democratic Party?
Yeah, but a little. That's not yet. Not yet. It's not that yet. I'm just read it again from the top. Revelation 13:11.
Revelation chapter 13.
All right,
verse
start
11.
at one. Start at one. Salakia.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
That's what y'all was speaking about first.
Yeah.
The 7 heads and the 10 horns. All right, which is the 7 main Edomite ruling nations.
Yeah, I know
and
about
then
that
the 10 common markets. Huh? Or the European Union. All right, or the EU. All right, come on.
And upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of blasphemy.
Right, 10 main ruling nations that was in the European Union, and the names of blasphemy. Their religions, their Catholic Church, their philosophies. That's all blasphemy against the Most High. All right, come on.
And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard.
Who's the leopard? Who's the beast that was like unto a leopard? Don't yell out. Who is the beast that was like unto a leopard? Rob Judah.
Alexander.
Alexander, Khan. Why? Because Alexander was known for wearing a leopard skin hat. All right, so the beast that was like unto a leopard is Alexander. Khan? The beast in the first verse, is Esau's kingdom. John saw the rise of Esau's kingdom. The beast that's like unto a leopard is Alexander the Greek. Khan?
Khan.
All right, read on.
And his feet were as the feet of a bear.
Who's the bear? Don't yell out. Ada.
Russia.
Thank you, Katari.
No, I said it.
All right.
No.
Why is the beast's feet Russia? We'll get a little Jeopardy for y'all now.
Where was that?
Rob Judah.
Because isn't that their national? They got a lot of bears in Russia, right? Or that's their national?
No,
Is it?
Their national.
They got a lot of bears in
Yeah,
Russia.
yeah. I mean,
Russia's emblem is the bear.
the bear. Okay, that's what I
Like
thought.
Russia's emblem is the bear. But why is Russia the beast's feet? So what is your feet?
your foundation.
What's your feet?
What you stand on?
You stand on. Also, all right, if I say it that way, I'll give it away. There's a saying, from your head to your toe. The head would be considered what? What part of your body?
The top.
The top or it starts with an S? The start. The head would be the top or the start of your body.
Start. Okay.
Down to your toes. What would be your toes?
The bottom.
What's the opposite of start?
And
The end of your body, right?
Yeah.
So why is Russia the end of the beast? Y'all should have it now.
Oh.
All right. Why is Russia the end of the beast body? Kataya.
Because they're going to take part in the war.
They're going to take part in the Third World War and launching a nuclear destruction upon America. Okay?
Come.
Those are the two main players in World War III, America and Russia, along with China and all the other nations. But who is the tension mainly against? Russia and America.
Yeah.
Okay? Watch movies like Crimson Tide. Watch movies like The Summer of All Fears. The Hunt for Red October.
Charlie Wilson's War.
Charlie Wilson's War.
Yeah.
The tension is always between. Anybody ever heard of the Afghan-American War? Remember that war in the 1980s?
I remember it.
Who was that really fighting? That was really America fighting Russia.
Russia. Yep.
But what happened is America had the CIA train the Afghan
Afghans.
rebels, and that's how they was able to defeat Russia.
Yeah, Bin Laden was one of the soldiers.
Yeah, Bin Laden was one of the soldiers, and that's how Afghanistan was able to defeat Russia, because Russia came in 1979, and they tell you in history, 1989, the Red Army marched out of Afghanistan. The Red Army is another name for the Russian army. But how is they able? Normally, Afghanistan wouldn't have been able to defeat Russia, but America helped them. That was really America training. That was CIA and American training and weaponry that allowed them to be able to defeat the Russians. Okay?
Okay.
So the tension is always between Russia and America. Okay? That's how the Most High played it out. So the feet or the end of the beast's body is Russia, because Russia is going to launch upon America, and America is the main empire that's going to be destroyed before Yahweh shall make his second coming. Okay? Everybody understand? All right, Khan. Who had the hand up?
would that be considered the Gog and Magog?
Yeah, Gog and Magog is also Russia. When you look in look it up in Zondervan's Bible Dictionary, it tells you Gog and Magog are the Tartars of Russia. All right, which are the Edomites of Russia. Okay? All right, go ahead. Read on. That's in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary under Gog and Magog. All right, go ahead.
And his mouth as the mouth of a lion.
And his what?
And his mouth as the mouth of a lion.
Who's the lion? Who's the lion? On the beast body, who's the lion? All right, by a show of hands.
That's a good one.
You know? You got the answer? All right. Who's the lion? Anybody? Huh? No. Who's the lion? British. The British. All right.
That's
Under
the
Richard
emblem?
the Lionhearted.
Oh.
Richard the Lionhearted was a black man. But when Britain, when the Edomites came in power, they kept the lion as the emblem also.
Okay.
And a lion represents boldness. all right, Winston Churchill and a different Edomites.
Okay.
The sun never sets on British soil, and you know,
Con.
all right,
Okay.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So they bold as a lion, all right. They speak bold, and the lion also represents Esau in general because Esau speaks bold. Okay, all right, read on.
And the dragon gave him his power.
Who's the dragon? By show of hands, don't yell out. Who's the dragon? Everybody hands should be up. All right. Aledio.
Rome?
Huh?
Rome?
Rome is part of it. Rome is part of it. Rob Judah.
Will be Esau and the nations, all his nations, like Rome.
No. The dragon. Read it again.
What would it be? The United Nations?
No. Read it again.
And the dragon gave him his power.
It said the dragon gave the beast his power. Y'all should have it now. Catalina.
Babylon?
No. Cathalia. No. Okay. All right, we're gonna do a class on Revelation 13.
Okay.
Y'all need a refresher.
Yeah.
Read it again.
And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority.
Who? If I say it that way, I'm gonna give it away. Who is the beast? No. Yeah. Well, yeah. But who's the beast that John is talking about?
Satan?
No.
NATO?
Huh?
NATO?
No, we just said it. Who is the beast? The beast is Esau. Esau's
yeah.
kingdom.
That's
We're
right.
giving it different parts of Esau's kingdom, right? Who gave Esau his power?
Most High.
No, the Most High is not the dragon.
Oh.
Huh? No. Somebody said it earlier, but you said it without really knowing what you said.
Okay.
Somebody said the answer earlier, but they didn't really know what they were saying. I heard somebody, but they didn't know what they were saying. You said it with something else.
What in Greece?
No.
What in Greece?
No. Somebody said it earlier.
Okay.
Help them out.
It was the Illuminati and the higher ups, like
No.
Rothschilds and stuff.
That's they're part of the beast system. Read it again. Revelation 13. Read that verse again.
On verse,
Yeah.
let's start off from verse 2, right?
No. From Yeah. Verse 2. Read.
And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard.
So the overall beast is Esau, but
Yeah.
now John is going into different parts of Esau's body, different parts of the beast's body. He said the first beast was like the leopard, which was who? Alexander the Greek,
Great,
right?
yeah.
The Greeks. Right, go ahead.
And his feet were as the feet of the bear.
The feet as the feet of the bear is who?
Russia.
Russia, right? Come on.
And his mouth as the mouth of a lion.
And the lion represents who?
British.
The British, all right? Come on.
And the dragon gave him his power.
Now the beast, Esau, being in power, the dragon gave him his power. Come on.
And his seat.
And his seat, go ahead.
And great authority.
And the great authority. Who is the dragon?
Is it Roman?
No.
What's that?
I don't know. I'm
All
gone.
right, jump over. Revelation 12. Go to Revelation 12 and 9. Go to Revelation 12 and 9.
Is it gay?
All right? No. Go to Revelation 12 and 9. Read.
Oh, and the great dragon was cast out.
The great dragon was cast out. Come on.
That old serpent.
That old serpent, come on.
Called the devil.
Called who?
Called the devil.
Who's the dragon?
The devil.
The devil is the
Esau.
dragon. God?
The devil.
Satan is the dragon.
I said
God?
Satan though.
So,
You said no.
You said it wrong. You didn't say the answer the right way. You said it mixed up with something else. You got to say it the right way.
Okay.
Satan, who gives Esau his power?
Satan.
On the left hand side.
Sorry,
God? Read it again. Revelation 12 and 9. Read.
And the great dragon was cast out.
The great dragon is going to be cast out. Come on.
That old serpent.
That old serpent. Go ahead.
Called the devil.
Called who?
The devil.
The devil. Go ahead.
And Satan.
That's the dragon, Satan. Who's Esau ruling under? He
Satan.
rules on the left hand side.
Yeah.
So his power's of the devil. It's all of the Most High. We know that.
Yeah.
But Esau's power's on the left hand side with Satan. Okay?
Come.
All right, come on.
Which deceiveth the whole world.
Which deceiveth the whole world. And who is the physical counterpart on the earth of Satan.
Esau.
So-called white man, Esau. Come, the beast.
Yeah.
Come? Go back to Revelation 13 and 2. All right?
Book of Revelation, chapter 13.
Y'all better be taking some notes.
Okay.
Y'all better be taking some notes.
Okay.
All right. But I'll give a refresher on Revelation 12 and 13 because the chapters coincide with each other.
Okay.
So I'll do an updated breakdown on it. All right, go ahead.
All right, Revelation chapter 13, verse 2.
Come on.
And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard.
So once again, who's the leopard?
Alexander.
Alexander, right? Come on.
And his feet were as the feet of a bear.
Who's the bear?
Russia.
Right, go ahead.
And his mouth as the mouth of a lion.
The mouth was as the mouth of a lion, right? Who's the lion?
British.
All right, go ahead.
And the dragon gave him his power.
Who's the dragon now? Satan. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And his seat.
And his seat, come on.
And great authority.
And great authority. Because Esau rules under the auspices of Satan. Okay? All right, go ahead.
And I saw one of his heads, as it were, wounded to death.
That head was the Roman Empire, right? Come on.
And his deadly wound was healed.
His deadly wound was healed when Esau took back over the Byzantine Empire, all right? And around 1453, the Ottoman Turks sacked Constantinople, which was the capital of the Byzantine Empire. The Ottoman Turks was Edomites. And that's when Esau started coming back in power when they took back control of Europe. Go ahead.
And all the world wondered after the beast.
And all the world wondered after the beast. Come on.
And they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast.
So now who's the dragon again?
Satan.
Satan. All the world is worshiping Satan. Okay?
Come.
If you're not in this truth, you're worshiping the devil. It said all the world worshiped Satan, the dragon who gave power to the beast. Right, go ahead.
Saying, who is like unto the beast?
And that's how this world is. Who's like the white man? Everybody think Esau is infallible. Okay? Especially our people.
Oh yeah.
Who's like the white man? What would we do without him? All right, go ahead.
Who is it?
Issachar on Halloween. So if the white man loved Jesus, he can't make it.
Can't make it. My brother-in-law.
That man was like pulling teeth with Rob Judah, man. But I'm saying, come on. Right? So if my white brother-in-law, he kept saying his brother-in-law is white. That's why you was like, yo, you married to Esau?
Yeah.
But I guess he was saying his sister's married to Edomite. So that would make him I thought he was saying he married to
He didn't
Edomite.
say
Or that.
no other race. He
No
had to
other
bring
race,
Esau.
man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Who is able to make war with him?
Who is able to make war with the beast? You know, most of the world believe that nobody can defeat Esau, the so-called white man. All right, go ahead.
And there was given...
They call, what they call Biden? The lesser of the two evils. Well, he's the lesser of the two evils. Well, then you admit he's evil. I don't know if I want the lesser of two evils. I don't want the evil, period. I want the good. I want the righteousness. All right, go ahead. That's like him saying he's a better slave master. I don't want to be a damn slave, period. All right, go ahead.
There was given unto him a mouth, speaking great things and blasphemies.
Go ahead.
And power was given unto him to continue 40.
That's it on that. Now jump down to 11.
And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth.
This beast is America. All right, now John is jumping to America. All right, which is all the so-called white man. The Greeks, the Romans, the British, is all the same thing. The Russians, is all different forms of Esau empire. But it's really still all one beast. But he said another beast because it's all part of Esau's empire. Letting you know it's just a different form of the beast, which is America now. Now he's forward into America. Go ahead.
And he had two horns like a lamb.
He had two horns like a lamb. What does the politicians do? They speak soft to you like a lamb.
Yeah.
What did Donald Trump say? What do you have to lose? What does the African American community have to lose? What do you have to lose? Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. Right?
Yeah, sure did.
All right, we're going to show that too.
Yeah.
All right.
You ain't vote for me, you
So
ain't
he
black.
said, listen, read it again. Revelation 13:11.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth.
Now John was foreseeing America, right? Come on.
And he had two horns like
He
a
had
lamb.
two horns. his two political parties, Republican and Democracy. But it said he had two horns like a lamb. He come off like a lamb, like he's friendly, good.
And he spake as a
But
dragon.
he speak as a dragon.
Oh, wow.
What do you have to lose? Come on. All right, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. You know what I'm saying? So he comes off like a lamb. We're going to help the people, but he speaks like a dragon. All right, go ahead.
And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him.
Because Esau is nothing but an extension of the Greco-Roman Empire and all other Edomite powers that came before him.
Come.
America is nothing but an extension of that. Come. That's why I said he exercised all the power of the first beast that was before him. Come. All right, go ahead.
And causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first
It
beast.
said he caused the earth and them that worship therein to worship the first beast. Because what his policy, all his policies and ways go back to Greece, Rome, and his forefathers. Okay? And then he just modernized it today with the Senate, the governors, the president. It's the same thing. All right, just like the 12 Caesars back then, everything is the same thing today. All right, so he exercised all the power of the first beast, and he does the same thing that his ancestors do. All right, so it said, John said he saw two horns on the same beast. Okay? So whether Biden or Trump is the same thing. Check this video out. The racist history of the Democratic Party. You got a good shot of it, Rob?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all right, go ahead.
If you move the menorah, I could get a.
Play it nice and loud.
See.
No, move the camera.
Let's see.
Just quick.
The Democratic Party prides itself on being inclusive and advocating for communities of color.
Yeah.
But there was a time when racism was at the center of its policies.
Yeah, the Klan comes out of the Democratic Party.
The Democratic Party began in the early 1800s under Andrew Jackson. It was founded on the belief that democracy should be for all men, not just the elites and landowners. Well, all white men, that is. The party was more than happy for slavery to continue, and it treated Native Americans with brutal contempt. As president, Jackson enforced one of the cruelest policies in American history when he signed the Indian Removal Act into law. White people wanted to settle on Native lands, so the Democratic government uprooted Native Americans from their homelands, forcing them to travel west. More than 5,000 natives died during this displacement, now known as the Trail of Tears. By the mid-1800s, a rift in the party emerged over a simple question: should the United States extend slavery to the Western territories? This issue broke the party into two groups: the Southern Democrats, who wanted to expand slavery, and the Northern Democrats, who said the state should decide. That led each side to offer their own candidate in the 1860 presidential election, which ultimately split their vote and allowed Abraham Lincoln, the candidate of the recently formed Republican Party, to win. And these first Republicans, they were against slavery. This, of course, led to the Civil War, which lasted from 1861 to 1865. Meanwhile, the Democrats labeled themselves as the white man's party, attacking the Republican Party as the party for the Negro. As they gained power in the South during Reconstruction, Southern Democrats embraced this mantra, creating the Black Codes. This set of laws kept white supremacy alive by limiting Black Americans' right to property and forcing them to work in low-wage jobs. In Mississippi, one law fined people for unlawfully assembling themselves. The Ku Klux Klan was founded during this time, with some of its members being Southern Democrats. But while the Klan was never officially aligned with the political party, it terrorized Black Southerners. One expert explains their view on this relationship between the Klan and the Democratic Party.
The KKK was not an official organ of the Democratic Party, but it espoused very similar white supremacist views. But the KKK was relatively short-lived during the Reconstruction period.
By the turn of the 20th century, the Democratic Party still controlled the South, and things started to change for it in the North. The party gained more popularity due to its focus on economic growth amid the Great Depression. And a gradual shift in the Democratic Party's identity came in part as Democratic politicians like Harry S. Truman adopted pro-civil rights platforms in the mid-20th century.
This shift begins in the 1930s under Franklin Delano Roosevelt during the Great Depression, not because Roosevelt adopted a civil rights platform, he didn't, but because the federal government, for the first time through the New Deal programs, actually providing aid and assistance to African Americans. And in 1934, in the midterm elections, for the first time in the history of the country, the African American vote shifted from being predominantly Republican to being predominantly Democratic.
In 1964, Democratic President Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Voting Rights Act and Civil Rights Act into law. Black voters started to go Democrat, while white Southerners strayed from the party.
Even in the era after the adoption of the Civil Rights Act of 64, the Voting Rights Act of 65, voting rights for minorities remains precarious, except the players have changed. Today is the Democratic Party that sponsors voting rights for minorities.
They've still had recent missteps, like their support of mass incarceration under Bill Clinton. And while the party has adopted more progressive platforms and did nominate this nation's first black president,
Thank you. God bless you. And may God bless the United States of America.
we know that there's still a long way to go.
Thank you. God bless you. And may God bless the United States.
All right, that's it on that. All right, so right there, there's some history on your Democrats right there. Okay?
God.
So if our people think that something's supposed to change for them when one of the founding fathers of the Democratic Party was Andrew Jackson. And you see what he did to God, okay? We coming up on so-called Thanksgiving, and you see Andrew Jackson, when you read about that devil's history, but here's your one of your founding fathers of the Democratic Party. And you can see the association with the KKK and everything. So now you think years later, Biden's going to come in and change something? When they have a history of being a racist party from the inception? When the damn Republicans was damn near saying free the Negro? All right, so go to Psalms 55. All right, our people, man, destroyed for a lack of knowledge. You think this man, something going to change? There's a little brief history of you on the Democratic Party. All right, put that in your pipe and smoke it. All right? Go Psalms 55:19. All right? And you see the sister, she was doing good, but we still got a long way to go. There is no way to go but to the Most High. What the hell you mean there's a long way to go?
That's right.
Because Obama was a black president. Obama told us a change we could believe in. Yeah, he changed America into a damn sodomite country.
That's right.
That's
all
what
he
he
passed.
did. He made sodomites out of black men. That's your change that Obama brought you. All right, read that. Psalms 55:19. Read. When everybody have it, say Khan. All right, and get ready for the next one. All right, go ahead.
The book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 19. God shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old. Salah.
Come on.
Because they have no changes.
What the Lord say?
Because they have no changes.
The Lord said because they have no changes. Now y'all seen the racist foundation of the Democratic Party, right? Now watch the next video we're going to show on Biden. All right, read it again.
God shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old.
Come on.
Salah. Because they have no changes.
Because they have no changes. And we're going to see that with Joe Biden. All right, we're going to see that with the next video on Joe Biden. Come on.
Therefore, they fear not
They don't
God.
fear the Most High. All right, they don't fear the Most High. Why? You know how they don't fear the Most High? Because of what they continue to do to our people. All right, read on.
He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant.
He said he hath put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him. Remember the so-called peace treaties with God? So then why we got the Trail of Tears? You know what the Trail of Tears sound like? What's going on today in all major cities? It starts with a G. Don't yell out. Rob Judah.
Gentrification.
Gentrification. You see what it says? It said the Edomites, they wanted the Native American lands. So they removed them, pushed them out west, over 5,000 of them, and it probably was 50,000 or 500,000. All right, died on the Trail of Tears because Esau wanted their land. What's happening now? Gentrification. They throwing you out. They raising up the rents. They don't give a damn where you go. Right? You got to pack up with family members, 2 and 3 families living in one house together to share the rent. Why? All because Esau wants your neighborhood. He wants your apartment. He wants your brownstone. Same thing. He put forth his hand against those that be at peace with him. Right? Esau, he claimed to have made peace treaties with God. So then why are they dying on the way to you displacing their land? Right? Read it again. I see your hand, sis. Read it again. Psalms 55 and 20 now.
He hath put forth his hand.
He said that he is Esau. He hath put forth his hand, come on.
Against such as be at peace with him.
Right, all God did was welcome you over to the land, taught you how to bathe, taught you how to cultivate the land, taught you how to pick crops, taught you everything. We just came from Buffalo, where Esau killed off and starved out all the buffalo to get God up out of there. And so God would have to depend on them because the buffalo was part of their major cattle. They did everything with the buffalo. And then they named the city after the damn animals. Buffalo, New York. Y'all saw the little video we did on YouTube. Yeah. And then Chief posted it, going into the little history of the Iroquois. And then the Gadite woman, we went by the stand where they were selling, you take all that region, Niagara Falls and all that from Gad, and then you let the Gadite sister have a table maybe that big and sell some products on it. But yet you own the entire Niagara Falls Park. Esau owner charging you $25 for a damn boat ride. A 20-minute boat ride around the falls just to get a close-up look at it. You can see everything from the damn park. But it's $25 just to ride around for 20 minutes and look at the falls up close. Right? See that? But Gad got a table like this selling her handmade jewelry. So she said, we don't answer to the term Iroquois because that word really means savage. She said, they told y'all Indian means savage, but Iroquois really means savage. I think she was saying it goes back to a French word. I'm going to look it up. I always like to look up stuff when people tell me. But she said they call us savages when who are the real savages? And we was like, yeah, they said, look at you. All this beautiful Niagara Falls, they own this now, charge you money to ride around and look at it, and they give you a little table to sell your handmade jewelry on. See that's how Esau is, man. He put forth his hand against those that was at peace with him. Go ahead. 21.
He had broken his covenant.
He broken his covenant. He didn't keep over 400 peace treaties with God. He didn't keep no one. Go ahead. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. Go ahead.
But war was in his heart.
War is in his heart. Come on.
His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Yeah, his words are softer than oil, but they were drawn swords. Right? The old cliche, pat you on the back, and stab you in the stomach. All right? Why you say, yeah, man, we friendly. You know what I'm saying? All right, go ahead. He's a slick bastard, man. Go ahead.
Cast thy burden upon the Lord.
It said, cast your burden upon Joe Biden. Right? Cast your burden upon Biden. Right? Go ahead.
And he shall sustain thee.
And he shall sustain thee. Joe Biden is not going to sustain you. Joe Biden going to sustain you with what? A vaccine? That's what he going to sustain you with? Give me a break. Go ahead.
He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved.
He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. So if we put our trust in the Most High, and that's what we need to do, man. That's it, man. Israel is our time. Forget about this world. Forget about everything that's hindering you to come on home to this truth, man, and let's build. And that's what's going to keep us, sustained while we here and all the prophecy and the destruction happen around us. All right, go ahead.
But thou, O God, shall bring them down into the pit of destruction.
Come on.
Bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in thee.
The Lord said what? Bloody and deceitful men, they're not going to live out half their days. Right? Trail of tears, man. remove God from their land and kill them off, man. And you know, we coming up upon this wicked Thanksgiving. See that? So that's the beginning of your Democratic Party, Negro. They want to trust their Bible. We're gonna see if anything changed. Bring it out, sis.
I have a sister-in-law and she's homo, so she's Catholic. Well, it's kind of like, I figured it's kind of like the new Trail of Tears, because now what they're doing is Esau's going into their land, promising them to build housing tracts.
Right.
Okay, but now the thing is that they still have to even qualify in their own land to see if they even get approved for that house.
Wow.
So it's like, yeah, so they're pretty much getting thrown out of their own land still.
And God's supposed to be sovereign on them. Those reservations supposed to be sovereign. They supposed to be untouched by the government. But do they? No. They don't respect their own ordinances that they supposedly set up. So this man got to pay, man. He got to pay for all the evil he's done and continue. All right. So what was that?
21.
Where we at? Yeah, 21. You read that, right? No, we finished it. It said bloody and deceitful men not going to live out their days. Right? Most are not going to forget. You see the beginning of the Democratic Party. You see the association with the Klan and everything. Ku Klux Klan. Because all these devils, the word Ku Klux, it comes from the Greek word Ku Klos, which means circle. So when you say Ku Klux Klan, you're actually saying circle clan, like an inner circle clan. And that's what these Edomites are. They try to preserve that white supremacy and that, like, you know, they have books like Bloodlines of the Illuminati. They try to preserve that bloodline. They call it a Ku Klux, a circle clan. Right? We keeping it in the circle of us pure blood white Americans. God. All right, so they try to all keep that association with each other to, you know, keep it within amongst themselves. This is a white man's country. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Yeah, so you know that's what you're saying when you say Ku Klux. It's a circle clan. It's an inner circle clan of these Edomites trying to preserve their whiteness, man. That's what they're doing. Where they hand up?
Nah, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you allow me, I got a clip that goes along with what you were saying about the Native American, how they was negotiating to tell them to move on the reservation so they could take their land to build.
Can you
train
edit
tracks.
it into the video?
I could do it in the video, but I was just
because he got two more. He got to play.
Okay, yeah, it's like
edit it into the video.
It's a 1 minute 57.
All right, hold that one. Maybe we'll get that one.
It's a perfect what you just said about the Native Americans. It'll go right good with your lesson. I can also put it in there too.
Yeah, put it in there. Well, play this one real quick.
Okay.
Because I want to get that one on change. Play this. Okay. All right. This is Biden right here. All right. This is the racist Biden.
Just the clip
that has not changed.
Hell on Wheels. If you could, with Native American. Hell on Wheels Chief versus US. If you could. Yeah.
Now check this out. You found that, Dave? Yeah. What is it? All right, perfect. All right, now check out this one with Biden. Try to skip that ad. Now check out my man Biden. Turn this one up. Shemai, shh. Now let's see if something is different with Biden.
From a 20-year sentence because of Joe Biden and that bullshit bill that him and Hillary put forth.
Another thing about how perspectives change over time. Bobby Rush, member of Congress, said the other day, "I'm ashamed that I voted for the 94 crime bill." You ashamed of that bill?
Not at all. In fact, I drafted the bill, if you remember.
I know that. Unless we do something about that cadre of young people, tens of thousands of them, born out of wedlock, without parents, without supervision, without any structure, without any conscience developing, because they literally, I give myself 3 more minutes, because they literally have not been socialized. They literally have not had an opportunity. We should focus on them now, not out of a liberal instinct for love, brother, and humanity, although I think that's a good instinct, but for simple, pragmatic reasons. If we don't, they will, or a portion of them will, become the predators 15 years from now. And Madam President, we have predators on our streets. that society has, in fact, in part because of its neglect, created. Again, it does not mean because we created them that we somehow forgive them or do not take them out of society to protect my family and yours from them. They are beyond the pale, many of those people. Beyond the pale. And it's a sad commentary on society. We have no choice but to take them out of society.
Mass incarceration has put hundreds of thousands behind bars for minor offenses. Joe Biden wrote those laws.
Every major crime bill that's come out of this Congress has had the name Joe Biden on that bill. We do everything but hang people for jaywalking in this bill.
Joe Biden's policies destroying millions of black lives. Joe Biden may not remember, but we do.
But Joey, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black. Yeah, you look at my record, man.
When I marched in the Civil Rights Movement, I marched with tens of thousands of others.
He had not actually marched during the Civil Rights Movement and kept telling the story anyway.
I came out of the Civil Rights Movement. I was one of those guys that sat in and marched and all that stuff.
His age went back to say, look, he was in office marching for the idea.
That's not the word marching. I was not out marching.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
They're gonna put you all back in chains.
And you ain't black.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
You ain't black. You ain't black. You ain't black. You ain't black.
The most racist thing a person can tell me is that I'm supposed to choose something based on my race.
You ain't black.
There you go. Right, here's your Sleepy Joe. Right, go to Proverbs, what is it, 24, 21? Yeah, Proverbs 20. Now, Joe Biden was, he was vice president to who?
Obama.
Obama, right?
Yeah, Obama, yeah.
What did Obama tell us? A change we could believe in, right? Right, now what did the scripture say about that? Go to Proverbs 24, 21. What everybody have it, say, Khan? Right? Proverbs 24, 21. Read.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 21. My son, fear thou the Lord and the king.
It said, fear thou the Lord and the king. Go ahead.
And meddle not with them that are given to change.
And what?
And meddle not with them that are given to change.
And meddle not with them that are given to change. If that's a change we can believe in, we don't want that change. So you see, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. You see the beginning racism of the Democratic Party, and now you just seen it with Joe Biden. And remember, the man said, if we integrate the schools going to become jungles. And he said, I don't want, that was at the beginning. That was the thumbnail on that video. I don't want my children to be in a jungle. Because if you integrate our schools and let black children in, it's going to become a jungle. And I don't want my children in a jungle. When you so-called white people, we don't want to be around y'all. Y'all the most disgusting damn people on the planet, man. But this is what our people are twerking for. And Gadites are doing a damn powwow for. There's no difference between Biden and what we saw, the racist history of the Democratic Party. Okay? Read that again, Proverbs 24, 21. Read that again. Right? Do your research, man. It's right here in your face. You can type this right in on YouTube. We ain't doing nothing you can't do. Our people can't do. But no, they just go with the status quo. They go with what everybody else say they should go with. Without doing no research. You can, instead of looking at all this folly, you can type this stuff right in. You can look this stuff up. All right, read that, brother.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 21.
Come on.
My son, fear thou the Lord and the king.
It said, fear thou the Lord and the king. Go ahead.
And meddle not with them that are given to change.
And meddle not with those that are given to change. All right? Sometimes change is not good. All right? Sometimes there is no change. They're going to lie to you. Obama ran his whole campaign on what? A change you could believe in. Okay? And the Lord said, what? Don't meddle with them that are given a change. Because what kind of change are you bringing? Obama brought the gay change into the country. That's what he brought. He turned all these damn brothers and sisters into homosexuals and lesbians. Or he made them feel more comfortable and accepting with it. So now when normally people would be like, Nah, I don't rock with that, man. You got to get that from around me. They all accepting of it now.
Exactly.
Oh, that's their lifestyle. You can't go against them. No, the Most High made a man to be with a woman and a woman to be with a man.
Exactly.
If you dealing with that, you got to get that spirit off of you and get rid of it. That's what we got to tell our people. That's why a lot of times we get a lot of backlash when we out there teaching because they're not used to hearing it. Everybody in the community is accepting of it now. So that's the change that Obama brought you? Give me a damn break. That's the change that Biden brought you? The same, that he's the one that wrote that damn 1994 crime bill that put all these brothers unjustly in jail, and while the Edomites, give Joey 10 months and let him come out and go to rehab, man. He's going to be okay. Jake get damn 20 years.
20 years, 30 years.
You know what I'm saying? 30 years. That was Joe Biden. And we didn't even get to Kamala yet. All right, bring it out, Rob.
Not only the crime bill, Kamala Harris, she was locking up single mothers for
that's what I said. We didn't even get to her yet.
The truancy law, locking up black mothers. And Obama signed a bill that a transgender man could go in there with a little girl.
Yeah.
That's what
that was
Obama bought you.
Yeah, that was Obama. Yeah.
You know?
Now you got a all gender bathroom. Whatever you are, you can go in the bathroom together. You know, I don't want to go in the bathroom with a grown man dressed up like a woman.
Yeah,
I damn sure don't want that for my children.
Yeah, I'll catch you the case if I see
You know what I'm
somebody
saying?
going
Yeah,
in
man.
my child.
So you know what kind of society are we living in, man? And all the sodomites was all happy when Biden got elected. Oh, they was so happy because they figure what he gonna pick right up where Obama left off with that homosexual lesbian agenda. All right, so it's good to be in the truth, Israel. Okay? Most I got some of his people that's normal that's left on the planet. All right, so let's get Kamala. All right, let's get Kamala. Go to Kamala. Kamala. Shabbat, video play. Huh? Okay. Yeah, so you gotta understand something, man. This thing, you know, the Most High he's gonna expose this place for what it really is. Let's get Kamala. So you think you got something better, huh? Okay. You got the demon crotch, so you think you got something better. All right, get that. What did you go into?
This TV's like really slow.
Yeah, it's the remote is sensitive too. All right, so we're gonna show. Everybody probably seen this, but we just gonna show it anyway. If you haven't seen it, you can see it now. They just, she just ripped up Kamala real quick on that CNN on that debate. So we're gonna show it now for those that may have not seen it or just for edification to reiterate. It's just to show our people, because that's one of the major things that just happened. Where you think this election is going to change something so much. Let's see who you can go right to basic information and see who these people really are. All right. Yeah, just put on Kamala versus Havertz or whatever the hell her name is. All right, check this one out. All right, while he's pulling that up, let's go to Revelation. Go to Revelation 1 and 5. So who are we looking to for our leader to be? Who are we looking for our leader to be? Yahweh-Shai.
Yahweh-Shai, yeah.
Good?
Wow.
Right? That's who we're looking for our king and leader to be. Yahweh-Shai. Revelation 1 and 5. Would everybody have it say Khan? While he's pulling that video up.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 5.
Good.
And from Jesus Christ, who is the faithful witness, and the first begotten of the dead, and the prince of the kings of the earth.
See that? Yahweh-Shai is the prince or the ruler of the kings of the earth, or the presidents or prime ministers or whatever flattering title they have. Right? So when Yahweh-Shai make his second coming, he's taking the kingdom from all nations. All leaders are going to bow and be subject to him. Go ahead.
Unto him that loved us.
Unto him that loved us. Go ahead.
And washed us from our sins in his own blood.
Right, so the true leader is Yahweh-Shai. Go to Matthew 2 and 6. All right, that's who he's with. That's the prince of the kings of the earth. All right, the prince of the kings of the earth that is going to come and rule.
2 and 6.
Matthew 2 and 6. All right.
Everybody have it, say come.
Everybody have it, say come. Matthew chapter 2, verse 6. Read that.
And thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah. For out of there shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel.
So we looking for H.O.I to rule. Okay? The governor, the ruler, president, king, prince, whatever you want to title you want to give him. That's who he's looking to rule. Okay? So our people, man, they trust in nonsense and madness. You got it? All right, so check out old girl Kamala. Go to 4-minute mark. Check out her track record. So you think you're getting some change with this Democratic Party. Everybody hates the so-called black man. Come.
This is Nancy. She offered you a homemade cookie. So when she said your trade-in was worth $12,000, you believed her. But was it a lie? The cookie? The offer? Fresh out of the...
Senator Harris, you have also been quite critical of Vice President Biden's policies on race, specifically on the issue of busing in.
I pressed it and then it goes back. You can start from right there.
Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris, your response.
As the elected Attorney General of California, I did the work of significantly reforming the criminal justice system of a state of 40 million people, which became a national model for the work that needs to be done. And I am proud of that work. And I am proud of making a decision to not just give fancy speeches or be in a legislative body and give speeches on the floor, but actually doing the work of being in the position to use the power that I had to reform a system that is badly in need of reform. That is why we created initiatives that were about re-entering former offenders and getting them counseling. It is why, and because I know that criminal justice system is so broken, that I am an advocate for what we need to do to not only decriminalize, but legalize marijuana in the United States.
I want to bring Congresswoman Gabbard back in. Your response.
The bottom line is, Senator Harris, when you were in a position to make a difference and an impact in these people's lives, you did not, and worse yet, in the case of those who were on death row, innocent people, you actually blocked evidence from being revealed that would have freed them until you were forced to do so. There is no excuse for that, and the people who suffered under your reign as prosecutor, you owe them an apology.
Senator Harris.
My entire career, I have been personally opposed to the death penalty, and that had...
All right, so as you can see, you know, Kamala Harris, she got a track record of just being a damn prosecutor from hell mainly against black and Latino men in the state of California. All right, because she's bitter because she couldn't get with Willie Brown years ago, and you know, just look her up too, man. She got a whole track record about her. You know what I'm saying? She's married to Esau. So what the hell is she gonna do for us, man?
Nothing.
But you know, she was in love with the ex-mayor of what was San Francisco, Willie Brown. And Willie Brown didn't leave his wife for her, so she's got like a personal vendetta against black men. So we want her in office as our vice president. So there's no change from the first video we showed Salakia with the racist history of the Democratic Party. So our people are trusting in people that hate them. Somebody had their hand up? No? Our people are trusting in people that hate their guts. So this whole Joe Biden, Kamala Harris madness, I call it the Biden and Kamala divide. Because really it got our people divided. They really think, oh, change gonna come now. We got rid of Trump. He's an idiot. He's stupid. We was coming from teaching in New York, and I ran into Ephraim in Harlem as I was on my way home. It was late at night, and you know, transportation be kind of crazy. So I'm sitting there. I'm deciding to get a cab or Uber, and Ephraim like, yeah, man, F Trump, man. I'm glad, man. He's an idiot. He's an idiot, man. I'm glad he's gone, man. He hates the people. I said, well, what is Biden going to do? I just know we got rid of Trump and Trump is evil. But what is Biden going to do? You know what I'm saying? What is Biden going to do? The man could not tell me.
Confounded.
So basically the people are voting for and support these people, and they can't even give you one credible thing that they've done or going to do. The man just like, I'm just glad that asshole, excuse my language, that asshole Trump is out. But what is Biden going to do? You going on your emotions and you just following the program. You just following everybody else. You can't even tell me what Biden's going to do. So then he starts talking about what, you think it's going to be a war? I said, hell yeah, it's going to be a war. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a race war. It's going to be a third world war. He said, well, I do believe that. I was like, okay, the brother got some kind of sense. He's like, I believe it's going to be some kind of war, but Trump is an idiot. I'm just glad he's gone. But you don't even know why you feel that way. You understand? So they just blindly following nonsense. And the track record shows from the history and the dirt that that's just nothing. I just want to show a couple of videos that probably most everybody saw already, but there's more. We can go deeper. That'll take up the rest of the night. Because there's dirt on both of them when you really dig. All right, but that's just on the surface showing you is no difference from the days of Andrew Jackson up until now. Right? Who had the hair?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know that the current conspiracy is that they're going to slide her as president. They say Sleepy Joe going to have health problems. They're going to slide her right in there to be president.
Sleepy Joe is finished.
Yeah, he looked like he had health problems.
Yeah, they're going to put Kamala in there and they're going to piss off the white supremacists. Even though she don't have a black agenda.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a black agenda. You know what I'm saying? Because she's not for our people.
Yeah.
Right? And the word is she's an Edomite anyway. Yeah. Is she?
Yeah.
I don't even know who her father is.
She's Benjamin.
They just keep on saying Jamaica.
Esau, right?
Her father was born in Jamaica, but his father is Esau.
Yeah. Wow.
She
good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. So she's the devil anyway, man. But they're going to sell her as a black woman.
Yeah.
And they're going to piss the white supremacists off. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing they did with Obama.
Same thing they did with Obama. And that in itself is going to build a racial tension in this country. All right, but everything is of the Most High. But I just want to show it's all a joke, man. None of them is for our people. And no president of this society can be for our people. JFK and his brother got killed for that, just for making statements that were towards our people. They both got assassinated, amongst other things. But, you know, RFK said, what if God is black?
Black, yeah, I heard that one.
Yeah, JFK said, what if the blacks are God's people? You know what I'm saying? And they both got whacked. You know what I'm saying? So no president can be privy to us in this kingdom anyway. All right, they can only rule, and they can try to rule fair, but they're not going to do that. The Most High just going to allow them to do the bare minimum for us so we can survive. Okay? So that's just it on that, man. These guys, they're not out to help us. You know, we got to put our focus on Yahweh B'Shem Mashiach Yahushua. Okay? That's our ruler and leader that's going to rule over us and redeem us when he make his second coming. Give me Matthew 28:18. So like it. Matthew 28:18. We'll get a few scriptures on the new moon and get ready to wind it down. All right. Call that shout. No, we done with that. That's just a little. She was just going in on Kamala's crime record, you know. Lying about people on death row, hiding evidence, you know. So
Just so.
Yeah. Matthew 28:18. So put your trust in Yahweh Shai. That's our ruler and leader and power. Okay? Yeah, bring it up.
Book of Matthew chapter 28, verse 18. Everybody else say, Con? And Jesus came and spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost.
All right, so I can read it again. Matthew 28:18.
And Jesus came and spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth.
Right, so Yahweh Shah said all power is given unto him in heaven and earth. So we don't really, the rulers of the society, we just obeying the powers that be. Remember, Yahweh Shah told us, render unto Caesar what's Caesar's, and render unto the Most High what's the Most High's. But remember, when you read Matthew 26:27, right, both chapters, that's some homework for y'all. Remember when they was having a discourse, Israel said, we have no king but Caesar. Remember, they tried to say that, they said, listen, Yahweh Shah, he's your king, he's the king of the Jews. They said, no, we have no king but Caesar. So our people have no king but Biden. They have no king but whatever manufactured leader that the society give them. And when you say you have no king but Caesar, right, meaning Caesar's system, whoever the white man give you. That's why Obama was accepted, because he was the white man's president. He was a black man, white man's president. God, he was the clean-cut black man that the white man gave you, so Negroes accepted him. We have no king but Caesar. Okay? So that's why Gad, I ain't gonna let Gad go with that. Gad, we should have pulled that video up too. Gad does a powwow dance. So maybe you can put it in the editing.
Yeah.
But he does a powwow dance. Eve is twerking in Chicago.
I definitely put it in.
Because Biden won.
Yeah, they was cutting the jig out there,
right?
man.
And forget the homos was dancing in Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
The homos in Atlanta was dancing for Biden. In front of the police. Read what you got, brother. You can put some of that in when you edit, brother. Read that. All right.
And Jesus...
Yeah, go ahead. You can read it.
And Jesus came and spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost.
So that's our job. The hell with an election. Our job is to go out and teach the elect, which is Israel. All right, throughout the four corners of the earth. Go ahead.
Teaching them to observe all things.
So our job is to go and teach all nations, meaning Israel scattered amongst the nations. And the natural Gentiles, we're going to teach them too. Because they got to know what the hell is going on. And they got to see what their position is going to be in the kingdom. So when they come up, they hear their judgment too. All right, go ahead.
Whatever I have commanded you, and lo, I am with you always, even until the end of the world.
So he said, listen, I'm with you always, even to the end of the world. So our people don't realize that you don't have to depend on these elected officials. Yahweh Shah said he's going to be with us even to the end of the world. He's here with us. That's our leader through the Spirit. He's not physically here, but that's our leader. He said, I'm there with y'all even to the end of the world. The end of what? The end of Esau's world. Okay? So go to St. John 10 and 19. St. John 10 and 19. That'll be the last one. I can go on and on because I'm thinking of different things to bring out, but we're going to end it with this. Right? St. John 10, 19.
Book of St. John, chapter 10, verse 19. There is a division, therefore, again among the Jews.
Right, just like now, there's a division amongst our people. All right, come on.
For these sayings, and many of them said, he hath a devil and is mad. Why hear ye him?
Right, like when we was out, the perfect example, when we was out there teaching on Halloween. Oh, you guys are teaching hatred and division, and America's about bringing people together, man. All right, the people are divided. But then you have some brothers and sisters out there supporting us. Like, nah, these guys teaching the truth. One brother was like, yo, man, be quiet. I want to hear these brothers, man. Then you had the other Issachar brother just standing there listening, man. Then you had these other ones, come on, man, that's racism. So there's a division amongst the people. There's a division now because the spirit of Yahushua is speaking through us. Right here, this was actually Yahushua. But the spirit of Yahushua is speaking through us, and there's a division amongst the people. You got the people that are in support of this system, then you got the people that are in support of the truth. So same thing now, there's a division. All right, go ahead.
Others said, these are not the words of him that have a devil.
These are not the words of him that have a devil. Like, Yahushua not speaking the words of Satan. Right, go ahead.
Can a devil open the eyes of the blind?
It said, can a devil open the eyes of the blind? Meaning they were saying, how can Christ be of the devil when he's able to do such marvelous works? Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
And it was at Jerusalem, the Feast of Dedication.
That's it. And the Feast of Dedication is coming up, of course. Go ahead. So, you know, just like in the ancient time, there was a division amongst the people. And then Biden called out people predators. You see that? Remember what Hillary Clinton called them super predators. When the real predator is Esau, man. We're not empowered to be predators. We might prey upon each other. But we're not empowered to be, who we praying on ourselves? Right, you got the hardest nigga in the hood. Who is he? He's killing his own people. Then you get that nigga on the first 48, he start crying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The hardest nigga you could think of. Esau get him in that interrogation room, that nigga start crying, man. I don't know what I was thinking. I just pulled the trigger. Come on, man. Confess to me, man. You did it, right? You know what I'm saying, Jay? I'll be like, yeah, I thought this nigga was about that life. You know what I'm saying? You get that nigga on the interrogation room, man. That cat put on a damn leotard. I'm like, but I thought you was the big homie Scoop, yo. What's up? Yeah, man. Right, but that's how it is, man. Jake is only preying on each other because that's that curse. It's a curse. You only got heart with each other. You niggas ain't tough when it really come down to warfare. You're not, man. And that's that self-hatred. Because you can only prove you a man or you a warrior with your own brother. You know what I'm saying? We take you out there with some real warfare. You know what I'm saying? Them white supremacists that got guns buried 10 feet in the ground and could dig the gun up and empty the damn clip in you. You better watch that. You better watch. You better check out what's in this world. These white supremacists are not playing, man. They'll bury a damn 9mm 10 feet underground, dig the damn thing up, brush it off, and empty a clip in a nigga. Because they trained in that. Jake he got a little arsenal in his house. He get beef. He run in the crib. He get it, and he go shoot up the block. And most of the time, don't even shoot who he's aiming at. You know what I'm saying? So we can't, don't come with that, man. The real men of the Lord, the real warriors are the men of the Lord.
God, bring it out.
Men that have that, only the Most High can give you that spirit. You ain't tough, nigga. Go sit down somewhere, man. Hey, Jake, kill me with that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't never been in a racial, not even a racial fight. You know what I'm saying? But you got 10 bodies on the block. Give me a break, man. Niggas know your name.
Elder, it's a no-fly zone.
It's a no-fly zone. Oh my God. Niggas work for the FAA now, man.
The no-fly zone.
No fly zone. Come on, brother. Yeah, listen. Listen. The biggest, hardest gang in America does not control the airlines.
Exactly.
How a brother going to tell you on a no-fly zone? Then nigga, you don't control the airlines, and when you check it out, you don't control whether somebody come into the city or not, or whatever. You might say, if you come to my city, you're in danger, or I'm going to do this and that, the third to you, but you have to catch up to me in your city. The no-fly zone, we you damn Homeland Security. But this is what we do to each other, man. This is what we do to each other, man. You know what I'm saying? That hatred is phenomenal, man. You go out of your way, you control the airlines now. You down with Homeland Security. For anybody to put somebody on a no-fly zone, you have to be down with the federal government. You got to be Homeland Security. You know what I'm saying? They can't even really just throw you off a plane like that. They can, but it got to be a legitimate reason. You know what I'm saying? Like now, you know, they be getting at you if you don't wear your mask on a plane. They will try to throw you off the plane for that. But you gotta have power to do that. Ain't no Negro on a corner somewhere can tell somebody they on a no-fly zone. You don't have that kind of power. Even if you the hardest dude in your city and you got your city on lock when it comes to the streets, you cannot control an airline, Negro. I don't care who you are. You could be the biggest homie in the world. You don't control the airlines. Esau control that. You go to the airport and say, this nigga can't come to LA. This nigga can't come to New York. Now look at you like they might lock you up. So stop it. Don't fly on it. Israel just think of all kinds of madness to get at each other. I be sitting back like, that's why I can't entertain it, man. Leave me the hell alone. Don't touch me. Don't come in my face with none of that. And we good. We ain't got no problem. Outside of that, then there's going to be a problem. But that's what we do to each other. That's what we do to each other. No fly zone here, the Homeland Security now. Give me a break, man. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you done been up and down the state and done left. But a dude done told you you went to no-fly zone. You done been all through the state and done went somewhere else now. Come on, man. Stop it, Israel. Stop it, man. Where's the love at, brother? You know, what we doing? Ain't nobody got to be tough with each other. Let's be tough when it's time to be tough. Let's be tough in keeping these commandments. Let's be tough in loving our neighbor. Let's be tough. We got to defend our family or something. You know, let's be tough when Esau get at you or the nations. But come on, man. You know, let's stop it, Israel. We got bigger fish to fly. We got work to do to help build our nation. You know, stop the goofy. Come on, man. No Negro controls nothing on that level. You could be the biggest gangster in the world. You're not controlling nothing with Esau. You're not going to tell Esau, no, this man can't fly up into this city. You're not telling Esau, going to be like, who the hell are you? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make that $300 from that round trip ticket from that Negro. Who are you, sir? You know what I'm saying? Come on, Israel. Stop it, man. Stop the goofy behavior, man. All right? So, anyway, that's it on that. Let's get a few new moon scripts and we can wrap it up. Go to, no, I want to get something on that predator. Go to Psalms 10 and 7. Since Joe Biden want to call us predators. When the Esau is the biggest damn predator on the earth. The nerve to call somebody a damn predator. And Hillary Clinton called us super predators. And the Democrats, I mean, see, we can go on and on, man. Remember Hillary Clinton said the House of Representatives is run like a plantation? Remember she said that?
Yeah, I remember her saying that.
And who was in the House of Representatives? Democrats and Republicans. She said it's ran like a plantation. So what is she saying? It's still racist. But God want to do the powwow, Eve want to twerk, and the sodomites want to dance in front of the cops. Unbelievable. Psalms 10 and 7. But we're the predators, right? We're the predators and the super predators.
Psalm chapter 10, verse 7.
Go ahead.
His mouth is full of cursing and deceit.
Come on.
And fraud.
And what?
And fraud.
And fraud. Come on.
Under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
And y'all heard Biden, right? Biden said his name was on every single one of them crime bills. He said out of his own mouth.
He said
so
he
all the
drafted.
crime bills, the lockup and mass incarcerate our people, Biden's name was on all of them. Out of his own mouth.
He's for the people.
Right, but he's for the people, right? The niggers. He's for the niggers. All right, go ahead.
He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages.
He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, but we the predators.
Right.
But the scriptures say he sit in the lurking places of the villages, meaning the cities or the towns. Go ahead.
In secret places doth he murder the innocent.
And secret places doth he murder the innocent. We didn't kill the mentally disabled brother in Philly. All right, Esau did that. The police did that. And even if it's black cops down with it, they still support a white justice system. So it's still Esau, it's still the devil's system. All right, go ahead.
His eyes are privily set against the poor.
His eyes are privily set against the poor because what? He acts innocent.
This, Senator Crane, is from the United States government.
Do you understand?
I speak your language.
Good. Well, Senator Crane has come here to offer your people a better way of life.
Better than what?
Better than what you have.
I like what I have.
I understand that. But your people live in the Stone Age. We live at the beginning of a great industrial revolution.
He doesn't understand why... Chief, the United States government is offering you a piece of land of your own.
We have our own land.
No, it's not yours. It's the U.S. government's.
Did they buy it?
No.
Did they trade for it?
It's not like that.
Then how can they own it?
He has a point.
If you accept our offer, you won't have to hunt buffalo anymore or roam the prairie. You can depend on your country to take care of you.
You are not my country.
We will give you everything you need if you will just submit to living on a reservation.
We need nothing from you.
Mr. Durant, if we could just...
I'm done, Reverend. Good luck.
Right, come on.
He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den.
Go ahead.
He lieth in wait to catch the poor.
Go ahead.
He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net.
Yeah, but we the predators, right? Go ahead.
He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones.
It said he coucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. But yet he want to call us the predators. All right, so Esau's a hypocrite, man. He's a hypocrite in every sense of the word. But there's your Joe Biden and your Kamala Harris America. All right, Negro America that you think gonna help you. Black, Hispanic, and Native American America that you think is gonna help you. Okay? This cat doing a powwow dance. Unbelievable. So that's it on that. Let's get a few on the new moon and wind it down. Let's go to the law. Go to Leviticus 23. 23 to 27. 23 to 25, Salakia. Leviticus 23. All right. 23 to 25. All right, read that, brother.
Psalm about 23, verse 23.
Yeah. Leviticus 23, 23.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month, in the first day of the month.
Right, so we just celebrated that back in September. What was that? September 14th, I believe it was. All right, go ahead.
In the 7th month, in the first day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets.
So that's the high new moon at the beginning of the year, but we celebrate all the new moons of the year. Right, Khan? Tonight is the new moon 9th month. All right? What feast day does this month bring in? Don't yell out by a show of hands. What feast day is in the 9th month? Issachar?
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah. Or what? Feast of?
Dedication.
Right, Feast of Dedication. Khan? What day?
15th, I think.
No. No. No.
The 11th?
No. 11 is Passover. Yashi. 25th. Good! All right, is the 25th day of the 9th month. Okay? All right. A lot of Christmas custom is taken from Hanukkah. And just meditate on that, and I'll give y'all that jewel later on. But Hanukkah is the 9th day, 25th. I mean, 9th month, 25th day. Okay? What is so-called Christmas? It's
the 25th of December.
The so-called 12th month. Right? But when you're going in-depth in history, a lot of the customs of Christmas was taken from Hanukkah. Okay? And we'll give y'all some of them jewels when we do the service and everything. Okay? So, according to the new moon calendar, it's not going to be December 25th. Because according to Esau, December 25th, that's the 12th month. According to their calendar. So the 9th month for Israel is November, December. November, that's really when the new moon comes in for us, correct? So when, yeah, you can cut it on now. When we celebrate our feast day is around the same season. All right, so we're not patterning anything after the nations. The nations pattern everything after Israel. Okay? Because you got brothers and sisters that don't believe in keeping the Hanukkah. They say, oh, you just trying to be like Christmas. You trying to have a Jewish Christmas. No, you don't know the history. And you don't realize a lot of the customs and tradition of men is taken from the Most High in Israel. All right, but we'll get into a lot of that history and stuff when the feast come up and everything, breaking it down. Good.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, also on the 10th day of the 7th month.
No, that's it on that. We just had the memorial going to the trumpet. Go to Psalms 81. Shh. Psalms 81 and 1. Psalm 81 and 1. All right, when everybody have it, say con. Psalms 81 and 1.
The book of Psalms, chapter 81, verse 1. To the chief musician upon Gittith. That's it, Aaron.
Yeah.
A psalm of Asaph. Sing aloud unto God our strength. Make a joyful noise unto the God of Jacob. Verse 2. Take a psalm and bring hither the timbrel, the pleasant harp with the psaltery. Verse 3. Blow up the trumpet in the new moon, in the time appointed on our solemn feast day. For this was a statute for Israel, and a law of the God of Jacob.
Right, so that's what we're doing, blowing up the trumpet in the new moon, because it's a law that the Most High gave us. And every new moon, each month, we're supposed to come together and have a holy convocation. Okay? All right, go to Proverbs 3 and 19. Go to Proverbs 3 and 19. And most of you brothers and sisters have attended new moons or you've seen new moon services online, so you should have your new moon notes and scriptures. Okay? Remember, Israel, it's important to take notes. I've been telling y'all that, and I'm going to keep telling y'all that. When y'all attend the feast days and when you sit home and watch the videos, take notes. Okay? Because you're not going to learn anything if you don't take notes. All right? You're going to be asking questions that we done answered on the videos, we done answered in the feast day, and 4 years later, you asking those same questions. Okay? And we like, well, damn, we got 10 videos on that. You know, brother, you've been to like 7 new moons. Sister, you've been to like 12 new moons. You know what I'm saying, cuz? So this is why we encourage y'all to take notes. Now, you know, it's up to you. But you're not going to learn or retain anything. You know, and I say this a lot. Now, I'm going to keep saying it. You're not going to learn or retain anything. So we have people emailing us, you know, like a brother asked me the other day, yo, can we buy on the Sabbath 5? And I know this brother been watching us for like 5 years. And I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know the brother been watching us for like 5 years. Not paying attention, not taking notes, looking at the videos for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're going to remain stagnant, man. You're not, or you really ain't got no excuse because everything is recorded now. So, like, all right, even if you don't take notes, go back and watch the video and write the notes down from the video. Okay? There's no excuse. You. Oh, man, I got to say it. It's not just about seeing us curse out a white man in Times Square in New York. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, a brother came up to me, right? Where was that? We was in Detroit, Buffalo, one of the recent trips we was on. And brother said, I've been watching you on TV for like 5 years. I said, see, you watching me on TV. It's not TV, brother. I know you can show the videos on the TV, but they're acting like they're watching a show or a series or a movie. No, brother, you watching to learn. Okay? That's the biggest thing, man, and that's see, before YouTube, you had to be serious, man. Before YouTube. Now YouTube, it makes people lazy. It makes people look at us for entertainment. But before, you had to come out there to the camps. You had to come to the classes. And our elders didn't play, man. You couldn't just sit there and just play with you. Everybody had to, they walk through the class and make sure you're taking notes. If not, shalom, brother. Come back when you're ready to learn. That's how elders work. You do that now, somebody gonna cry. Right? Why the brother gotta talk to me like that? You know? That's how elders work. Yeah, make a video. Elder Debak disrespected me in that new moon in Anaheim. I don't like that dude. You know what I'm saying? There's no fly zone.
No fly zone.
That nigga can't come back to Orange County.
No fly zone.
Right? Yo, listen, our elders did not play. They would throw your ass out. Excuse my language. They didn't play. They was like, you here to learn, brother. They didn't play with us, man. And that's what made us strong today. So we just encourage you, brothers and sisters, you're here to learn. You come in Israel to learn and to get better and understand His word so it can make you better. All right? It's not just, Halloween, we had a wild camp on Hollywood, you know? It's not just that. It's not the entertainment factor. You're here to learn. Okay? Because the learning is going to make you a better person. So, at best, go home, rewatch the video, take notes. Because otherwise, you just came and sat for 2-3 hours and you didn't learn nothing. You wasted your time. Okay? So, and when you're on a privacy, it's hard, but you got to discipline yourself. When you're in the privacy of your home, yourself, when you go over the videos and stuff, sit down with your Bible, take notes. Don't just watch the video when you're cleaning the house, or just to pass the time, or I was ironing. You know, sit down. Okay? So somebody come up and ask you questions. You an Israelite? We the children of Israel. Well, what holidays do we celebrate? Oh, I don't know. Let me email Priest Sabak. Come on. You're supposed to say, sis, we keep the new moon, we keep the Sabbath, we keep Passover. You can find all of those in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. Well, can you explain the new moon to me a little bit, sis? Okay, fine. Let me read a few scriptures to you and tell you what it's about. Okay? That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do, Israel. This ain't about seeing, the bot, man, you made that white woman cry. I like that video. What scripture I read to that white woman to make her cry? You don't remember that. But you know you played that damn video 20 times to see me rebuke that white woman and make her cry. You don't even know the scripture I used to make her cry.
The way she kissed her feet.
God, you know what I'm saying? This ain't entertainment, Israel. This is studying. God?
Go to the 8-minute mark.
Right, go to the 8-minute mark. You know, that's them damn videos that be having 20,000 views in 2 days.
Yeah.
But you didn't get edified. You got entertained.
Entertained, yeah.
God? All right, so read on. Proverbs 3:19.
The book of Proverbs chapter 3, verse 19. The Lord by wisdom hath founded the earth.
The Lord said, by wisdom He founded the earth. Everything has an order. From the plants, the trees, the water, the people, the animals. Right? Come on.
By understanding.
By understanding, go ahead.
He established the heavens.
He established the heavens. You have stars, you have other planets, you have the sun, you have the moon. You have phases of the moon. Okay? And everything was by the wisdom and the understanding of the Most High. So in them phases of the moon, He gave us the new moon or the dark moon. And He said every time the moon goes through a 30-day cycle, I want y'all to celebrate a new month coming in. Okay? All right, go from there to Numbers 10 and 10. And then there, you got the general scriptures on the moon that may not necessarily be new moon scriptures themselves, but it's just giving you information on the moon. All right, Numbers 10 and 10. You know, every nation should know their culture. You know, every nation should know, you should know what your people in your nation is about. What feast days we celebrate. Why the Most High said this. Why He wants us to do that. Okay? You know, you got to know your nation, Israel. Right? Good. Numbers 10 and 10.
The book of Numbers, chapter 10, verse 10.
Go ahead.
Also in the day of your gladness, and in your solemn days, and in the beginning of your months, ye shall blow with the trumpets over your burnt offerings.
Well, the Lord said, in the beginning of your months, blow with the trumpet over your burnt offerings. Go ahead.
And over the sacrifices of your peace offerings.
Come on.
That they may be to you for a memorial before your God.
Come on.
I am the Lord your God.
Right, so in the beginning of our months, what? We blew with the trumpet, and it was supposed to be a day of gladness. So each month, as the moon gets dark, it goes through its 30-day cycle. The Most High told us to celebrate and, thank Him for another month closer to salvation. Right? Because, when you check it out, hand me that portable charger there and that cord. When you check it out, we don't have nothing else in this kingdom, Israel. I mean, I don't know what the hell our people are holding on to. Are you holding on to the Christian church? Huh? I mean, yeah, you can put that one back over there. Are you holding on to the election, to the politics? We just showed you that's nonsense, man. Mm-hmm. Are you holding on to hope in this society? Are you holding on to having that dream and I'm gonna make it and no. It's all gonna fail. And you're gonna see it. It's gonna fail miserably too. Because the Most High gonna bring this place down.
I think the biggest thing that Israelites have is we'll be equal to the white man. And that's what their biggest hope is, that one day the white man will just accept us with open arms. That's why so many Negroes was crying when Obama got elected. They're accepting us now.
Yeah.
Never will.
Yeah, they were saying, man, I remember we was in New York when Obama got elected. They was like, we made it. We made what? You know what I'm saying? Then my next door neighbor told me, she's like, well, we made history today. I was like, what history? She was an elder, so I didn't really go at her like that. I just kind of listened. Mm-hmm. I was like,
they don't know no better.
Nah, they don't know no better. Yeah, I'm like, sis, what history did we make? You know what I'm saying? But, one Simeonite brother told us, what y'all got to say now? The Bible, brother. We're going to keep saying what we've been saying. We're going to say the Bible. You don't say, all that stuff y'all be talking, what you got to say now? You got to say the Bible, brother. And it's just how people, man, we put horns on Obama's head, and we made a big sign and put it in camp. Man, we almost got like 50 fights, man.
Wow.
Yeah, because, black man coming against another black man. So we had thug dudes, so-called thug dudes rolling up on the camp. Why y'all got the horns on his head like that? Y'all better get rid of that. You know what I'm saying? We're like, bruh, hold up, bruh, and slow your roll. Slow your roll. All right, we don't want to go there with you, bruh, but we will defend ourselves, but slow down. We got dudes coming up real mad wanting to fight. You know what I'm saying? Yo, why do we have the horns on Obama's head? Because we know he represents the beast system. Like he's Esau with a brown skin face. You know what I'm saying? He's no help to our people. But that's what they want. They was mad as hell. We put the sign out there just to mess with people. You know what I'm saying? But I remember that, man. We almost got mad fights behind that damn Obama sign. Negroes was mad. Negroes was in their feelings, and we was like, let us tell you why we got the devil's horns on us. That was funny though. You know what I'm saying? It was like, bro, yo, man, he told you that's gonna get us into fights, huh? Don't give a damn, man. You know what I'm saying? A change you can believe in. But at the end of the day, let's put our trust in the Most High Yahweh. All right? All right. Go to, that's it on that, Numbers 10 and 10. All right, go to Isaiah 66 and 23. Get right to the point. We're just going to get a few more and wind it down. Like I said, we for the most part, we should understand and know the new moon scripts. And as the new moons come up each month, the scripts come out. So you should be having them under your belt. All right, Isaiah 66:23.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 23. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord.
Go ahead. Salakia, read that again. Salakia.
And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another.
From one new moon to another. Go ahead.
And from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me.
Right, so when we get in the kingdom, everybody gonna come before the Most High to worship. God, no excuses. All right, everybody gonna come, even the nations. They gonna have their outer court, but they gonna have to bow down and serve the Most High also. Okay? All right, so from one new moon to another, it's not gonna be an excuse. We supposed to be quarantined, but people are hanging out. You know, on our way here, we saw people pulling into a bar. It's supposed to be a damn pandemic, but people going to the bar to drink and chill. And you can have a mask on all you want. If it was really a pandemic, shouldn't it be a world quarantine? Right? But wait a minute. Take the mask off because I got to eat and drink. Right? So every time you're in the bar, when you go to take a shot, you take the mask off. Right? So what happens when, like, on a plane, I be messing with the stewardess. Because I'm like, okay, I don't wear my mask, right? But I can take it off when I'm eating and drinking, right? So I said, do y'all ever fear that when everybody's eating and drinking, everybody got their mask off so the virus can spread? But y'all telling people, keep it on, but when you eating and drinking, you can take it off. But you serving the snacks at the same time. Because they don't do no food service on the planes no more. They give everybody a snack at the same time. So everybody's face is uncovered at the same time. So the virus not going to spread like that.
No, take your time out.
Just eat and put it back on. Just eat and drink and then put it back on. But I'm saying, wait a minute. Everybody's eating and drinking at the same time. So we all got our masks off. So the virus is going to spread all over the place.
No, the virus took some time out.
Last night I was on a plane, but last night they didn't bother me. I had that flight was long as hell. I had my mask off for the flight was like 5 hours, 5.5 hours. I had my mask off for like 4 hours. And they didn't even bother me. They were just looking like, oh. I guess maybe the look on my face, they don't feel like this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Leave him alone, you know. But it's a bunch of BS, man. And they pushing that vaccine. That's what they really want. They want to inoculate everybody, man, and get you all jacked up. You know, it's what they call a fear mongering. All right, they call it fear mongering. You know, they use certain tactics to get the public stirred up. So now I'm gonna give you that damn shot. And we know from the history of the other vaccines, what that's all that mercury and different ingredients in it, man. You know what I'm saying? So. You know, that's the agenda that both of them are pushing. So who do you want? The two horns on the same beast? You know, so put our trust in the Most High, man. That's it. Okay? Go to the Apocrypha, Judith. Go to Judith chapter 8 and verse 1. Judith 8 and 1. Yeah. He bugging with the mask, man. Oh my goodness, man. But Halloween, everybody's up and down Hollywood Boulevard. Half of the people don't have no mask on, being demons. Yes. And I don't think not one person contracted coronavirus on Hollywood Boulevard from that night. You know what I'm saying? They saying the cases are spiking again. And they're gonna have these Edomites running back to these hospitals. Right, with their video cameras, right? Nobody's in the emergency room. They're lying. Remember that? Back in like March, April? The Edomites started, because you can't tell Esau to stay in the house. Esau's a man of the field, man. He's a man of the field, yeah. That's when you read Genesis. You can't tell Esau. That's why they was plotting to assassinate the governor of Michigan. They was going to kidnap her and kill her. Because they was like, you know, you got them wild Edomites out in Michigan. They was like, yo, these laws she making do not make sense. We cannot go out of our house and do basic things. They was like, she locking the state down because of this corona and it's BS. Yep. So the Edomites was marching at the Capitol with their guns. Like, yo, open the state back up or we coming to get you. Yeah. Remember, they was plotting a kidnap her. Yeah. Yeah, because they was like, you got our state, you bugging out. We can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Bugger.
You saw about the Governor Newsom. He was at a birthday party this week.
Yeah.
All over.
Check that out. See that, you damn hypocrite.
Yeah,
the man was at a birthday party. You see that?
It was all over the news about it.
Yeah, man. And they told people, well, we got they said they got a program set up for people to have safe Thanksgiving gatherings. But how the hell you gonna have let's say you got a house like this, you got a family, you're gonna be 20, 30, 40 people there. Everybody not gonna sit in that house with a mask on. People gonna have their mask, they're gonna be eating, drinking, having a good time. You got a gathering right there. All right? And you're not gonna tell people they can't really gather for Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? They tried to do that with Halloween, but it was a sham. We go back to it. Look at Hollywood Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't nobody staying home. They was out there going in. So it's all fear tactics, man. But through the power of the Most High Yahweh, we just understand, don't take the vaccine as much as you can. That damn thing is going to kill you. And they're going to try to make it mandatory. They are going to try to make it mandatory. Yeah. And they're going to have camps set up for if you don't take it, all that. But we put our trust in the Most High.
Yeah, Bill Gates already popped up saying, hey, can I work with the new administration?
Yeah, Bill Gates popped up. That demon popped up. That demon came straight from hell. All right, go to Judah 8:1. Read that.
The book of Judah, chapter 8, verse 1.
Come on.
Now at the time Judith heard thereof, which was the daughter of Merari, the son of Ox, the son of Joseph, the son of Oziel, the son of Elisha, the son of Ananias, the son of Gideon, the son of Raphaim, the son of Akito, the son of Delu, the son of Eliab, the son of Nathaniel, the son of Samuel, the son of Selasidah, the son of Israel. And Manasseh was her husband of her tribe and kindred, who died in the barley harvest.
Go ahead.
For as he stood overseeing them.
See, her husband was a Simeonite also, but his name was Manasseh. See that? So you could be named. Your name could be because the tribes were names also. So your name could be Judah, but you can be the tribe of Levi, like Judas Maccabees. Judas is just the Greek way of saying Judah. But his name was Judah, but he was a Levite. Okay? So her husband's name was Manasseh, but he was a Simeonite. Okay? So just because your name is Benjamin don't mean you're a Benjamite. Okay? Right, go ahead.
For as he stood overseeing them that bound the leaves in the field, the heat came upon his head.
So her husband died of a heat stroke. Right, go ahead.
He fell on his bed and died in the city of Bethulia, and they buried him with his fathers in the field between Jotham and Balamo.
Go ahead.
So Judith was a widow in her house 3 years and 4 months. And she made her a tent upon the top of her house, and put on sackcloth on her loins, and wore her widow's apparel.
Go ahead.
And she fasted all the days of her widowhood.
When did we also dwell in tents? Feast of Tabernacles. But dwelling in a tent, Israel also did that during a time of mourning or suffering. Okay? But that's when Judah, she made a tent on top of her house because she was in mourning for her husband. Okay? Also, the tent represents like a state of affliction. Because what happened? We dwelt in tents, when we came out of Egypt. Okay? All right, so go ahead. Read.
She was, and she fasted all the days of her widowhood, saves the eves of the Sabbath and the Sabbaths, and the eves of the new moon, and the new moons, and the feasts and solemn days of the house of Israel.
Right, so she fasted many days except for the feast days and the new moons. Okay? All right, for 3 years and 4 months she did this during the mourning for her husband. So that was a lot of fasting that Judith was doing. And remember, Judith was a female warrior. when you read the whole story, she fought off one of the generals that was trying to conquer Israel at the time, Holofernes, and she chopped his head off. Right? She went into the bedchamber like she was going to sleep with him, and then she went and chopped his damn head off. Yeah, so, you know, we had some fierce sisters amongst us. God? Everybody wasn't twerking for Biden. Right? Matter of fact, give me Judith 16, 17. Check this out. Check out what Sister Judith said. Catalina?
Yeah, Esther. That's who she kind of looked up to, right? She looked up to.
Yeah, Karen. When you read throughout the history, a lot of times our forefathers quoted from each other. Like when you read Sirach was quoting from forefathers during that time, where he was getting his inspiration from. Karen? Yeah, go ahead. Judah 16, 17.
Judah chapter 16, verse 17.
And back then, Israel, we looked into each other's history. So if she was reading during the time of Purim about Esther, she was saying to herself, listen, I'm going to go out like my sister. Okay? Right, go ahead.
Woe to the nations that rise up against my kindred. The Lord Almighty will take vengeance of them in the day of judgment.
He said, Judah said, woe unto the nations that rise up against my kindred. So she was saying, listen, woe to the nations that fight against Israel. Okay? She was for her own people. These brothers talk about you racist and you guys, our sister Judith was racist. She said, woe to the nations that come against my kindred. Go ahead.
The Lord Almighty will take vengeance of them in the day.
He said he's going to take vengeance. She said the Lord Almighty going to take vengeance on the other nations. Go ahead.
In the day of judgment and putting fire and worms in their flesh.
She said, look, the enemies of Israel, the Most High going to burn them up in nuclear fire. That's basically what she was saying. She said the Lord going to take vengeance upon them by putting fire and worms in their flesh. See that? So that's our sister Judah, a Simeonite sister, fierce against these heathens and these nations. Right? But they want to twerk now for Bible.
Yep.
But that's how our foremothers was getting down. She said the Most High, I pray that he put fire and worms in the enemies of Israel. Basically, that in the day of judgment, they get burnt up with nuclear fire. All right? So that's how our foremothers got down. What's this spirit nowadays? All right? And we have to get them back to that spirit. All right, so that's it on that. Go to Luke 21, 25. Let's just finish up with the classic 2 in the New Testament. And that'll be that. All right? Read that, Luke 21, 25.
The book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations.
Right, so there would be signs in the sun, the moon, the star. Even on Halloween, it was a blue moon.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like they got that saying, once in a blue moon, because it happens periodically. I think that's when you have 2 full moons in 1 month, and the moon actually appears blue.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, good. It was and there was a lot of spirits in Hollywood. Right, because the spirits act up with the vibration of the moon. You know, yeah, good.
And in the stars and upon the earth distress of nations.
The Lord said, "In the star and upon the earth distress of nations." All right, America. You know. People are concerned about this vaccine. People are concerned about the future of the country. You know, people know about Biden's track record. And they like, you know, he's not really coming in to help our people. All right? So, you know, it's distress of nations. Go ahead.
Men's heart failing them. For the distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring.
Go ahead.
Men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth.
Go ahead.
For the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
Right, so a lot of people are concerned about the future of the world. You know, what's going to happen. Right, they trying to live their lives. Oh, we out of quarantine. We are, you know. I think they said they're going to lock everything down again after Thanksgiving. I don't know. They're always saying something. But yet, it's still something is opening up every day.
Mm-hmm.
Some open it up every day, but you're going to lock down after Thanksgiving. But I don't care either way. You know, the lockdown didn't change me. I
think the mayor of Chicago canceled.
Yeah. Certain states, you know, they canceled. They did shut down certain things in certain states. I think they said Vegas about to shut back down. You know, but we'll see. That's what they say. You know what I'm saying? Remember, Esau liked his money. So if he shut things down, that's going to slow his Christmas and Thanksgiving down. You know, so even though people could order online and all that, but Esau like his money, man. And that's a lot of activity that's going to shut down, like ice skating and Christmas tree lightings and all that. Esau like his money. But if he shut it down, he shut it down. If he don't, it don't. All right? Go ahead. How we supposed to be doing the Hanukkah weekend in Vegas. You know, but, you know, I don't think it's going to be shut down, but it's all up to the Most High. All right? But we're going to still go ahead and plan it as if, you know, Esau's throwing a false alarm at us. Right? Go ahead.
Men's hearts failing for them for fear.
Men's hearts failing them for fear. Go ahead.
And for looking after those things which are coming on the earth.
Go ahead.
For the powers of heaven shall be shaken, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory.
Right, so they're going to see Yahushua coming in the clouds with power and great glory. He's going to come with the angels to destroy Esau's kingdom and deliver Israel.
Come.
All right, go to Colossians 2. Colossians 2 and 16. We'll close with that. I didn't realize it was that late. It's a lot here. Yeah, Colossians 2:16. Colossians 2:16 and 17. We'll end it with that. Close out in prayer. Eat, drink, and be merry. God, brother.
Colossians chapter 2, verse 16. Let no man therefore judge you in meat, or in drink, or in respect of a holy day, or of the new moon, or of the Sabbath days. You want?
Yeah, go ahead.
Which are a shadow of things to come, but the body is of Christ.
Right, these are a shadow of things to come, but the body is of Hamashiach Yahushua. So we rehearsing, you know. There was a big thing in Israel recently about keeping the law as opposed to not keeping the law, keeping the laws of Moses as opposed to the laws of Christ. But when you understand, you get understanding there's only one law of the Most High that he gave to Moses and Christ. So when you read scriptures like this, Paul is not telling us that we don't have to keep the feast days or the new moons. He was just saying the way we're doing it now, it may not be perfect, but the Most High want to see that effort. You know, he want to see us come together. He want to see that. He want to see us rehearse on this side. Because if you in the spirit to serve the Most High here in Babylon, he knows that you're sincere. Because this kingdom is wicked as hell. It's hard. You know, we make it look easy, but it's not as easy as people think. You know what I'm saying? It's a battle, but you got to fight that battle. All right, so if you sincerely serving the Most High in this kingdom, and you making that say you enduring, you fighting all the temptations of Satan, the Most High pretty much know you sincere. All right, because a lot of people fell by the wayside. You know, so a lot of people fell by the wayside. You know what I'm saying? It's a serious thing. You know, it's really a serious thing. All praise to the Most High. I'm going on 27 years in this thing, and I seen people come and go like nothing, drop like flies. Sharp brothers, man, sharp sisters, brothers and sisters in the spirit, strong. Back out there in the world now. Don't want nothing to do with Israel. You know what I'm saying? Some of them I don't even recognize because when they spirit change, it changes their physical appearance. Like, oh, yo, what's up, Art? Shalom. Yeah, I'm here, brother. What's up? You know, it's not easy, man. The temptation, the endurance. Some people get tired, it becomes redundant. They're like, oh, I need to do something else. You know, Israel becomes like a fad to them. Oh, I did that for 10 years, man. I was in that Israelite stuff. I'm doing something else now, you know? Yeah, man. So it's not easy. Some people question the truth. You know? Is this thing real? Is this stuff? They got talking about UFOs. You once believed in it, I don't know about that stuff now, brother. You know what I'm saying? So I could tell y'all, man. We could sit there. I could tell y'all some stories, man. I done seen a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad the Most High still got me here. You know, after all these years, you know, I could have fell off, you know, but your spirit got to be strong. You got to have thick spiritual skin. And this world is very tempting. So I pray for brothers and sisters. I don't always down them, you know, because I don't know what was the straw that broke the camel's back. It was that one spirit that brothers and sisters couldn't fight, you know, and they just caved in. You know, so it could be anything. You know, it could just be boredom. You know, you could be bored being in the truth. You know, it ain't as exciting as doing stuff in the world. You know, so just keep all that in mind. You know, because this is a fight. This is a fight for your soul. And like we always say, it's not a fear tactic or anything, but we know a lot of brothers and sisters that went back in their world and they're dead now. Most High killed them. Yeah, because you disrespected the truth. Cats went back to selling drugs. Cats went back to being on drugs. You know what I'm saying? We had a sister who used to smoke crack. Sister repented, started coming to Sabbath classes, started coming to new moons, cleaned herself up. The sister was looking beautiful. She got off the drugs. She started gaining weight. Got herself together. She got a little job. Started dressing up, looking nice, coming wearing her dresses and skirts. She went back and took a hit one night. And guess what? She died. She went back, whatever she got stressed or whatever, the sister went back and she took a hit of the crack, went into cardiac arrest, had a heart attack and died. Wow. So this is not a joke, man. Straight up. This is not a joke. There's more stories. That's just one. And I ain't got no reason to lie. After all that, the sister repented, got herself together, started looking good. You know what I'm saying? Brothers like, oh, damn, sister looking good. Because we knew her when she was on crack. Because she lived near the school. That's what happened. She lived near the school. So we knew her when she was on the crack. So she got herself together. It's like, oh, sister taking care of herself. I don't know what happened. She got stressed. She got depressed. I don't know. And she lived, like I said, she lived near the school we had in New York at the time. She relapsed one night, went, copped some crack, and went to smoking and died. Most I was like, we're not finna play that. You're not gonna do all this and go back to that damn rock? Nah, you coming to the spirit world with me. You ain't gonna even embarrass the truth like that, because that would have been an embarrassment to the truth. Like you repented and did all that Israelite stuff only to go back and be a crackhead. So now the people looking like, that Israelite stuff ain't nothing. It didn't change you. You went back to being a crackhead. So Moses said, now you're not finna embarrass my truth like that. Took a hit of the crack, cardiac arrest and died. Yeah, so the Most High don't play, man. We know brothers that went back to hustling, got their brains blown out. Straight up. Cats like, what? You coming on my block to do what? Blah, whole lot. Dead. Yo, that brother, what happened to the Ark? That brother was in the new moons, he was in the feast, he was at camp with us, had his garments on, went back to hustling on the block, got their brains blown out. Cat's body. Most I'm like, you're not finna embarrass the truth like that. You're not gonna go from a prophet of the Lord to a damn drug dealer. No, you coming to the spirit world with me. So it's serious, man. You know, hold fast, Israel. You know, and we just say all this for encouragement. Because we know the fight we've been through and we still holding on. Fine? It's tempting, man. Look how many people we done seen in L.A. Just in L.A. alone. With this brother, with that sister. You know what I'm saying? This is the short time we've been dealing with H.O.I. Los Angeles. Yo, with this dude, with that sister, with that, you know. We was in the gym and Bricks Lounge and there's people just come and go, man, you know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They on Instagram doing other things, but you know, I'm like, oh, that's that sister. Oh, that's that brother. You know what I'm saying? They had some watching some game on a Friday night in some bar somewhere. You know, they on the gram. I'm like, all right, it's the Sabbath. Yo, what you doing, brother? So you know it's a fight. Okay? So Satan he know what you're struggling with, so that's what he tempts you with.
They're doing a crescent moon now.
Yeah, they're doing a crescent moon now. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, which is I mean, I know history on that. I know where that comes from, but we still just see the dark moon. You know, it's the dark moon we still see that as the new moon. The crescent is like the first couple of days of the month. That's like the first 2-3 days of the month. That's not the beginning of the month. The dark moon is the beginning of the month. If you got a crescent moon, that means the month is already 3 days or into the month. You know, it's like you look up in the sky. What's it? It's like Monday night or Tuesday night. Look up in the sky, you're gonna see the crescent. But that's because it's 2-3 days into the month already. So you're gonna start seeing the month. That's the waxing gibbous. You're gonna start seeing the moon wax. It waxes to the full moon and then it wanes back to the dark moon. So something is at the beginning when there's nothing there. It's just starting. You know? That's like if you have a congregation. If we go to a city where there's no Israelites, let's say 4 of us brothers go. It's new. It's the beginning. Then after a year or 2, it might be 10 of us. You know, after 2, 3, 4 years, it might be 20, 25, 30 of us. Because it's growing now. But when we first came there, it was only a couple of us because it was new. It makes perfect sense. Mm-hmm. You know, so it's all good though. Let my brothers do what they got to do. It's 2020, 2021. I'm not arguing about doctrine. I'm not getting personal, insulting, getting into fights, no-fly zone, and all this over doctrine. I'm not doing all that. You know, I don't hate no brothers for what they believe in. Will I correct it, rebuke it, if I agree with it, or if I see different in Scripture? It ain't nothing personal. It's just here's our understanding on it, but I'm not getting into all that folly. I'm not going to tell a man he can't come to my city because he believes in the 12 tribes chart. You know, so that's that. So we're going to pray and dismiss, eat, drink, and be merry. Okay? Come here, Shalom.
Come here, Shalom.
Hold on, I'll tell you about this, man. Imagine upon your Jerusalem, stand and face Jerusalem for the east for closing prayer. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Okay, who brought this one? The name is interesting. I won't say it out loud, but the name is interesting. Good. All right. Drink offer. Repeat the Hebrew only. Blessed are you, Yahweh, that gives us the fruit of the vine. Barakat Yahweh, Ahawa'ah, Talanawa, Apaya, Agapan, Ba'ashem, Mashiach, Yahweh Shah, the water, Yad, Avalon, Amen. Hallelujah. 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 Dam Yahweh Shah. Blood of Yahweh Shah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Repeat after me. Blessing of Israel throughout the 4 corners of the earth. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Mashiach. Yahweh Shah. Raknawa. Shalom. Wahabi Asapoi. Shema. Yashirallah. Yahweh. Hayanawa.
Yahweh.
power Yahweh is one. Deuteronomy 6 verse 4. Hallelujah.
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 Blessed O Most High Yahweh by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. Please watch over Israel throughout the four corners of the earth, Most High. Uplift us, bless us, bring us together forever and ever, Most High. By Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, the water of our mother. Hallelujah. 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 All right, sisters, come up, get anointed. You gotta come get it. Who's up? I ain't that short.
My girdle all right. Keeps kicking my stomach. Yeah.
When y'all get your oil, make a line over here if y'all can. Try to squeeze in a little bit. All right, that's all the sisters. All right, come. All right, come. There you go. All right, we're gonna do the anointing prayer. Number 6, 22 to 27. As we pray over y'all, you ask the Most High for blessings in your life. Whatever you're going through, struggles, sickness, health. Be a better sister, better woman, mother, wife, all around better woman of the Most High. As we praying over you, you meditate, on what's going on in your personal life that you need the Most High to help you with. When we finish the prayer, we say your right to left, we say your name 3 times. You say your name, we repeat it 3 times, and we go down the line. All right? Only me and Corwin say the prayer, and when we finish, we point, starting from Sister Angela, going down to Katharia. You say your name, and we repeat it 3 times. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right? Anointing prayer, number 6, 22 to 27. Yabaraki Yahweh. No, just us. Just me and Colin saying. Yabaraki Yahweh. Wayashamanka. Ya'al Yahweh. Panyawa. Al Yakar. Wayakhanka. Yasha'al Yahweh. Panyawa. Al Yakar. Wayashamnaka. Shalom. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Hamashiach. Yahushua. Babukushal. Shemai. Noah. Aita. Shalak. Ma'akala. Walahayim. La, Shemahayim, Barak, Rapar, Izar, Magun, Kazak, Ataviyah, Kwawa, Angela, Karima, Portia, Shayla, Stephanie, Sage, Catalina, Zakara, Zanai, Zamora, Ada, Zara, Katharia, Ko, Akim, Ko, Akwafim, Ko, Banyum, Yasha'ala, Bahashim, Hamashiach, Yahawashai, the water, the Yad, Agulam, Hallelujah, 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 Hallelujah. Brothers, same thing. Y'all know the routine. Oh. Until you get cracked. Yeah, make a line. As long as the gate card is locked. Make sure that's locked. That's all the brothers?
Yeah.
Y'all can come down. All right, that's all the brothers. Shemai sisters. All right, so Akim, same thing. Anointing prayer, number 6, 22 to 27. Basic prayer for Israel. Ask the Most High to watch over you, protect you, make you a stronger man for the Most High, stronger father, stronger brother, husband. Anything you're going through, anything you're struggling with, sickness, ailments, personal demons, whatever you need to get over. Now is the time to meditate on it. Ask the Most High to help you with it. Okay? Because we all going through something. All right? So don't feel bad. We all dealing with something. Okay? So now is your time to get that out to the Most High and ask Him to help you with it along with your daily prayers. Okay? Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All right? Just call wins. Repeat after me. Yabaraki Yahweh. No, just me and him. Yabaraki Yahweh. Waya Shabaka. Ya'al Yahweh. Panyawa. Al Yakar. Waya Khanka. Yasha'al Yahweh. Panyawa. Al Yakar. Waya Shamnaka. Shalom. Yahweh. Hashem. Hamashiach. Yahushai. Mukusha. Shemai. Noah. Haita. Shalak. Maikala. Malahim. La. Shema'el. Barak, Rapah, Aizah, Magun, Kazak, Patazayal, Kwawa,
Rob Judah, Yashuan, Alodio, Isaac, Zakari, Joseph, Corwin, Zabak, Ko, Akim, Ko, Akwafim, Ko, Salakia, Nabia, Ko, Akim, Ko, Akwafim, Ko, Banyum, Yasha'ala, Bahashim, Hamashiach, Yahawashai, the water, the Yad, Agulam, Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
bless the food and the drink. Alright, turn face to east again. Bless the food and the drink. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yahweh. Yahweh. Hashem. Hashem. Mashiach. Mashiach. Yahushua. Yahushua. Shemai. Nawa. Laita. Barak. Nawa. Ma'akal. Wa. Shata. Wa. Yayin. Wa. Kazak. Shata. Barak. Nawa. Kag. Kadash, Yarak, Wa, Shabbat, Wa, Rum, Yawam, Bakusha, Hashem, Mashiach, Yahushua, the water, Ya, Walam, Hallelujah. 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 Brothers, turn to the sisters. Let's salute each other. I'll walk everybody through. Akim Yasha'ala. Salute the sisters of Israel. Amajim. Barak. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Hamashiach. Yahushua. Shema. Hallelujah. Sisters, Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Hamashiach. Yahushua. Shema. Atam. Most out in the name of Christ, watch over each other. Sisters, be seated. Akim, turn. Stay where you at. Circle. Men of Israel. Akim Yasha'ala. Majid. Barak. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Mashiach. Yahushua. Barakatam. Kom Yasha'ala. Who got next? We got next. How long? Forever. What we gonna do?
Take the kingdom.
What we gonna do?
Take the kingdom.
What we gonna do?
Take the kingdom.
When?
Now.
When?
How? Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahushua.
How?
Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahushua.
Damn it, how?
Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahushua.
Kom Yasha'ala. H.O.I.
To the chariots fly.
H.O.I.
To the chariots fly.
H.O.I.
To the chariots fly.
Ba'ashem.
Mashiach.
Yahushua.
Hallelujah.
Kom Yasha'ala.
Shalom.
So, Salakia.